yesterday, so I'm gonna give you some live trading today. I owe you that much. So for this video, I'm just going for 12 wins possible. But mostly we're going for 9, and we see how it goes for the other 3. So my goal is to get to 1K, and then and then we go from there, do a withdrawal, and then we build again from there. So as you know, I got a setback earlier in the week. I'm just trying to build back again. So based on my calculation, a good amount of session away from that goal, right? So we're just gonna get in there and just do it and still do it the right way. I'm not trying to get in a rush to get to that point yet, because I could have, but that's not the way how I get to all my goals, by doing going away from my process. So I will do what I normally do, and that's what I'm going to stick to, because as a trader, you don't want to go away from your normal plan or your natural plan that you normally do. You want to stick to whatever the process that got you there in the first place, and a process that works. And the process that I use, it works, where I have my daily goals, and that's what I'm going to do. There's no need for me to add or change anything. What I can do is improve it, and that's what I've been trying to do over time, So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Improve my process over time. And I planned out my trades and stuff. This video is a little impulsive, so I hope it don't bite me in the back. But I'm confident in everything that I do, even though if I have a bad day or not. So yeah, that's how we're gonna go off on a start and do all that stuff. Yeah, so I'm glad I'm back to be able to give you guys something. It's been a while, and I think I owe you guys that much. I owe you that much to do all that stuff. So we're gonna take it by day, time by time, wins after wins. We're gonna count down. So we're gonna go on a buy for this one. So we're going win after win, time after time. So yeah. I know you don't normally supposed to trade in the middle of an hour, because this is like the end of the hour recap. So you don't normally supposed to come into the end of the recap. So, but it is what it is. It happens sometimes. Sometimes you can't help what happened. But we got 20 seconds left for this candle to close. Yeah. So we just doing it time by time. And hopefully we can start off with a win. If not, we just come again and go. Let's go. We got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Go again. $17.65. Let's see if you can get it on a second timer. If not, it's okay. So our goal is to get to 9 wins, and it depends if we get to 9 wins, because sometimes it's difficult to get to even 6 or even 3. So that's gonna depend on how long the video is, or based on everything with the video. So yeah. So hopefully we can get to 12 wins in this video, and that will be good for me today. But if not, we'll get to enough to leave with a profit, and I want to leave it out with a profit. And then we start off with a loss, so that's fine. We start off with a loss, that's fine. Alright. Alright, we're going for another buy in this one. This one say a buy again. Let's see where we at. So, see, that's the low right here, the zone, way down here. We got here. I think my thing froze. Computer froze a while ago, I think. Alright, let's go again. So we go on at 4. Right, so here. And where's the other one? Here. So that zone right there, I would use the rectangle, which is better, but so we're going for a buy after this candle close. And then we got right here. So this entire zone right here, this block from right here to right here. Right. As I was saying, like, you know, you don't want to go away from your plan. And today I do, because I don't normally trade on a Sunday. And I don't know if I do trade, I don't normally trade at this time of the day. So, yeah. But I'm confident, and let's see how it goes. We're going for aim is to 9, and the ultimate goal is for 12. So, but if the video takes too long and we only can get 6, or we only can get 3 wins, we're gonna take it. If we only get 6 wins, we're gonna take it, right? So 28.65, 28.65, and I said in my last video, like, I'm still trying to work on my stop loss. So I haven't come up with a plan yet, but over the upcoming weeks, hopefully I will have a plan. Oh, I see a pattern that I missed. Ooh, I see something that I missed. Alright, this look like a red. I don't know if you're gonna just come down here or stop here. But let's see. We're going for a buy again after this one closes. Still haven't got a win yet, guys. Don't worry. So that's, let's see, if we haven't get a win yet, we're gonna be like 2 losses in a row. 44.85. Always be prepared. It's a good thing when this change color. Always good when it start from red and change. But let's go. Hopefully this is the win we needed to get the bar rolling. Yeah. But as I said, like, you know, first and foremost is I'm here that document my journey of my trading while using the bot and the calculator, and to show you that, like, no matter what your amount can be at, how big or small your capital can be, you still can get to a certain amount. All right, so that's our first win for the today. First win for the day. 13.75 is the next one. So we going for 9, and then depending on how we go for the other 3. So I'm documenting my journey as a trader. You know, I'm not trying to sell you something and say, hey, you're gonna get richer, flashy over, you know, on the snap of a finger. No, but you have to understand, like, slow, steady consistency is a way to go. You know, and the process that I use works, and I just gotta continuously do that over and over again. And My process is not perfect, but it works. And there's things that I need to fix within my trading that to make it even better. Example, how do I recover from losses? Do I just go in and trade? You know, my better recovering skills. I gotta find what works for me. So far I don't have a recover mechanism. Um, and all I do is just continue trade until I be back in profit or my account at a certain amount that I can't start over that start from zero again. So that's where I'm at. And I think once I find that formula, it will become more easier for me to trade and have a better understanding of okay. Because within the group, we say if you got two loss signal back to back, you stop and go for the next hour, or or you come back later on in the day or the next day. You know, but sometimes that don't work for me, and it should work. But the my trading session is set up of me trading before I go to work, and sometimes I do get two loss session in a row, and I don't want to wait the hour to get back into trading again. It just messes. So I gotta find something that works. How do I recover back if effectively? You know. So once I find that formula, yeah, I feel like my trading with the bot will be better. Because the bot do lose. The bot have losses sometimes, and I'm not gonna lie, it comes weird sometimes. So so this zone is need to break this down, and we need to come down here. We're going for a sell of right. So it's 80. Oh, we went down to 77%. So the thing I'm trying to do is to trade at 80% and above. Since I'm doing the video, I'm gonna just get it over with. 77%. But I'm not gonna lie, after I get to my 1K goal, there's a lot of things I'm gonna change. 1643. 1643. Right? Like not like only go 80% and above. So yeah, and I think I can do that. After this candle close, we're going for a sell, guys. I think I can do that. Um, let's see. I think I can do that. Oh, it went to 71. It keep going down, and I don't like that. So because it keep going down, I'm gonna wait for the next signal, and I'm gonna let you guys play out. And see, because it keep going down. 7701. See what 701 look like. Because all you doing is just giving up more capital. 1782. It may win too. 1782. Let's see what's going on. See, go up. Oh, we're not there yet. Let's see. It may win. I can go in late, like way up here. If it do go up, let's see. Let's wait. Sometimes the low entries is the ones that like lose that you get losses sometimes, most of the losses sometimes. So let's wait. Like I said, we needed we already get one win. Um we wait and see. And we losing this trade doesn't matter. We this trade end up win, it's fine. We don't have to risk so much of our capital. Is it going to this high and it breaks the high? It breaks this high and it closed above the high, so it looked like it's gonna keep going up. So we didn't go into this trade. So let's see if we're gonna continue to go up like here or here within this zone right here, and it's still going up. So we not taking this trade is a good thing so far, right? And it looked like it's gonna be a good thing so far, and it price went down again. So as I said, like I'm working on new things. Like I'm not chasing the trades anymore, And this is like a recovery because this is low. It's really low. So yeah, like why I had to go in there. So I'm kind of glad that I didn't take it or feel the need to take it, and it becomes a loss. So we save that, and it's an hourly recap too. And you get in this hour they have three losses, so 6, 9 trade, 3 losses. So that's good. I avoid another loss, and it continue going up. So I think it going back here, So I'll pause and come back. So I think I made a concession. Well, come to a concession. I'm just gonna do 80% and above trades. I think that makes sense. 80% and above. Don't make sense chasing all these things. 1375. 80% and above. Alright, we're going for a sell at 18 on this one. I feel like that's a good thing to look at. Um, you still got your system. You're not doing anything other from just not taking every single trade. Um, so 80% and above is good. Some people would say 85% and above. I used to like I never think I do 77. I normally do like 79, 78. So we'll see. But 80% and above is a good benchmark. Um, and that's not bad. But I was saying before, like the process that you doing every single time. I'm getting there. Um, you know, being very conservative. Um, to reach my goal, I have 28 more sessions to go. And that breakdown is like maybe 4 to 5 sessions a day, and I'm doing more than that. I'm doing like 12 sessions a day. So we're gonna sell after this. So I should be able to get that next time. So 24.59. Ooh, I don't like that. Yeah, so based on the calculation that the calculator gave, I have 28 more sessions to go to get to my goal. Well, it's gonna be past my goal, but because the calculator updated so much, I have to keep resetting it. But yeah, I will get to my goal 28 session, and I still count it as the same. It doesn't matter. Um, we're gonna be I wanna be past where I'm supposed to be, but I will get there in 28 session. And 28 session from now until next Friday is 4 session a day. Let's see, we got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, win. So we win. Alright, so we win on the first one. There we go. Win on the first entry. So we win. So we got 377. So we got one more win for this session to complete. Yeah. So based on that math, from today until the weekend, I have 28 more sessions to go. 28 more sessions. And that's just doing 4 sessions a day. And I do more than 4 sessions a day. I do 12 sessions a day. No, not 12. Is it 12? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I do 8 sessions a day, so I do double this amount of session I need to do a day. Yeah. So yeah. And with that said, like I'm kind of ahead of the schedule, but I'm not. I don't look at it like that. I already, when I first do the calculation, I'm supposed to do 11 session a day. When I first do the calculation, and it should I do 6 session a day, 11 session per day for 4 days. That was it. And then I was like 6 in the morning, 6 in the evening, minimum 3 win per hour. And I was doing it hourly recap by hourly recap. And I couldn't do that anymore. And I felt like that was taking a toll on me. So because then I would do 3 wins and then I'll wait for the next hour. And I think that didn't make sense in a sense where instead of like 6 hours of training, it could eliminate it to like a less like. So for example, I need to for each session, for each phase, I need 3 wins. So in this one, I would have 1, 2. So I already complete 2 phases in this session, right? So then I would need 4 more to go, which is 12 more wins. So I just stopped doing that and I'm like, okay, I need 12 wins. I need 9 wins in general. 12 is just me doing extra. And I do that twice a day. So I need like 18 wins a day. Split that into them two, and it becomes more realistic for me to do and not be burned out. And I'm not chasing entries and I'm not chasing shades and all that stuff. So and then I put additional 3 more just in case. Depends on how everything goes around that time. So this is a 78% one. And I normally do this one on my last trade, but let's see, because this look like a downward trend, and it keep going down right here. It come here. This is the last one, and it break that one. So now it can come. It's the same place. So is it gonna just come all the way down? This is for a buy. They keep going down, so it keep pushing down, and it keep getting stronger and stronger. So let's see, 78%. All right, this is my last win for this session. So normally I'll go 445, 445. I know I said 80% and above, but let's see. We can watch and see. We don't have to take the trade. It's at 24. We don't have to take the trade, but I like to be prepared. Because it was going up before. So let's see. Coming back up. So we'll see if we're gonna break through. So I can take it because it give me some confidence. We break through there. So I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take this one. I'm at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In there. See ya. Alright. 10, 15. Woo. So I need 1 more win to finish this phase. Alright, one other reason why I take this trade is because of this candle. Not because it closed green, but the body of the candle is a really healthy candle. And it closed within that. So I may be wrong, but hey, we don't. Oh, that's 77% though. That's what I ate though. 77%. 1029. 1029. Alright. 4, 3, 2, 1. Barely. barely. But that's the reason why I took it. Like this green candle was healthy, and it pushed through there, and I assume it would continue to go up, but it didn't really break through it. So let's see what happened with this green one, by the way. So that phase is closed. So I win. So here we go. So that's 3 wins already. So I complete 29 phase. I needed 60 something phase in honestly. Alright, so we go back to that. So next entry is 628. And it still wanna go up. Still wanna go up. But it's not going up. Oh well, pause again, I'll be back. Alright, we're here again. Continue on NASDAQY. So this one is for a buy. Let's see. So overall, it's a downward trend, I think. So let's mark this up. All right. So we already got 3 wins. So in general, we need 6, and then we possibly get to another 3 more. But we're going for a buy at 30. So guys, I know in the last video I give you update on the calculator and all the things that we do, but I just want to let you know that this is calculator is a risk management tool that help you to manage your risk when you're taking trades. Imagine I need to win 3 trades out of 12 to complete a phase, or I need to win 11 trade out of 12 to be in profit. You know, and it's not a martingale like style. There is a martingale calculator in there, but I am so used to this version of the calculator that I just stick to that what works for me. You know, so far so good. It works for me. Um, but I'll work my way up to the version of it that say I need 1 win out of something to do that, and there is, but there is like a 6-1, 7-1s that I can do, but it's a lot riskier. That means I need to a 6-1. I need to win 5. I have to. I can lose 5. 10, 7, 2. And that's possible. I can lose. Yeah, that's easy for me to win 5. That's like two and a half signals. You know, so yeah, I just go to these ones, and these to me is more or less riskier. I know it's easier to win 1 than 3, but it gives me more leverage to if I have like get into a bad time, you know, even if you don't have the bot and you have like a bad running of losses, you know, it gives you some protection per se to get there. So yes, that's why I like this version. Come on, push up, push up. 3, 2, 1, win. That's another win right there. So we win on the first entry, 219. I always just get prepared. You wonder why I get prepared, but I just like to. It's something that I normally do. But yeah, I'm rambling a lot. But one thing I want to tell you guys, I may say it before and I'm going to say it again. Before, when you think about trading, alright, do not think about the dollar. The dollar, right? Do not think about the dollar. Think about the process it's gonna take you to get the dollar. In a sense of, as a new trader, you wanna think about learning. You're gonna learning a new skills. You're gonna try out all the strategy you can think of And then once you do that, you're gonna experiment and all, like I said, which one works for you, right? Because I started off with the fast five, and I think that was the best one ever. And I made profit from it. I think the most I made from the fast five was $300. I'm not gonna lie, no clue. $300. I don't remember if I used promo code or not, but I just know I remember $300. And there are other times that I made like 200 of profit, but the most I make in one time from it, like me trading to something, was $300. I know there's time when I make like 250, 180, and all that stuff, right? And it was so fast that the money can come and the money can go that fast. And then I found another strategy called the Powerball strategy, and that's why you see down here these bars right here. I fall in love with this strategy, and then I try to go back to the fast five, and I realized it was too fast. I'll still practice this on demo sometimes because it's the first strategy that I learned, right? But I like this one because one, it works on OTC and it works on the real market, and because I tested it on both, so I know it works. So and I find that strategy and I like it, and I'm like okay, and I try my best to refine it. And there's other things that I used to add to it, to add to my edge to make it better for me from what I understand it. So I use different strategy to help me make this Powerball strategy work for me. And there's other indicator that I use that would help to make it better. So yeah, so we're going for a sell for this one, cat. Oh, that's the wrong one. Cat JPY. I would have been the wrong thing because I'm like, so we're going for a sell at 87%. Good thing I checked. 232. 232 sell at 36. And I do that. And then earlier this year, the bot came out and the guy asked me, "Hey, you want to try that?" And I tried out and I made profit, $50 profit back to back, 2 days straight with the bot. And I'm like, yeah, it works. It works. And the bot was a 3 entry bot, so two martingale, right? And I made profit on it. And he said that he wanted to change it to one martingale because he was telling me like, no, the two martingale is too much for small accounts, so they're gonna blow. And I'm like, yeah. So we go back and forth, and we decide like he decided, not we. He decided, hey, I'm gonna make it one martingale. I'm like, okay, fine, whichever one works. I had to retrain myself to not enter a third time because I used to enter 3 times. All right, we're going for a sell after this candle close, right? And I become get used to them. Like, you know what? This two martingale works better than the other one, and I like it. So, yeah. All right. Ooh, 450. And so I start doing it, and we get the calculator and start working it, and I'm like, oh stuff, and I guys gonna see um my progress going on. And when we lost, I'm not gonna lie, when we do bad, it's not because of the bot. It's not because it's because we tend to over leverage and doing stuff outside of our process. But I say to say this, like I find a strategy at the time that was working for me until I get the bot, right? And then I get the bot and I have to find another process. So I have to relearn a process because even with the bot, I was failing because I didn't have a process how to go about with the bot. I took every single trade first I was testing out the bot. I'm not gonna lie, I was really testing out the bot. But I was taking every single trade like 30, 39%, 49%. I was taking every single trade. I was testing out about myself, but I realized that I do not take every trade. And because the calculator allowed me to take those type of trades. Like the 30% trades, the whatever trade, because it will make your stuff go. The calculator get updated to make it more accurate in a sense where I remember I would had such a bad loss, but there was a 60% trade that it didn't add my stuff up properly, right? So yeah, so and I found the process, and now I did it, and I changed. Oh, fuck. This thing just I hate when it mess around with my thing right here, and then it just loses. Anyway, anyway, but and then I finally find a process that works when I go to the 10% a day. Cause I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do the 10% a day. I tested out before, and I only did it one test. How long it will take me to get 10% off 1K? Right. Look at that candle. That candle may end up be the winning candle. Sometimes the third trade do win, but I tested out and I see that it takes an hour and a half to get to it. They said in I have hour and a half to 2 hours. Sometimes you have bad times with the bot, and I'm not gonna lie, you do have bad times with the bot. And then I find a process, and I did it, and it was successful. See, that one worked. That one wins. Well, it's the same thing I was at. Oh, come on. That one wins. And I found the process, and I refined it because I used to use level 3. I started at level 3, right? And I went down from when I started with a 372, I did 10-2. And then I'm like, no, I'm going to go to 11-3 when I got that setback in the week. And I said, I want to give myself a little bit more cushion. So I did 11-3. Then when 11 first trade amount go up to $7, I switched to 12-3. So yeah, that's what finding the process mean within your first time trading, finding something that works for you. Yes, you're gonna learn from other people, but at the end of the day, you still gotta do your own research. You still gotta find something that works for you, that helps from coming from the teachings. Something that comes from the teachings, and that's what you need. I'm gonna update my because I did loss on the 4. I did loss on that one. So it's 854. Alright. And then you just once you find a process, now you have to keep per se updating it to make it more refined. You're not going backwards, you try to make it more refined. And over time I'm making my road refined because I just used to like first when I did my 1K I traded one time for the day. One time for the day to get everything out. Now I see that I can trade twice a day. I trade in the morning and I trade in the evening. Right? So and that's what I'm doing. So it gives me one less time in the market, right? Less time in the market and more time to like plan out my day of trading. I don't feel like I'm obligated to just sit there for like 2-3 hours. Is it 8:44? Yeah. To like get this one thing that I'm trying to get, right? So we're going for a sell at 30:43. So And I feel like that works because if, say, for instance, I trade this morning and I get my goal, and then I start trading today in the evening, right? And I trade this morning and I reach a amount. Starting amount that I have this morning, say I started at 620, right? 620. And I was able to get to this amount this in the morning, right? And then I start trading in the evening time and I see it's difficult and it's hard for me to get, and I get back to 620. Right now for the day I'm break even. Even though I lost what I've made, I feel still that feel like a success and I will stop. Yes, so at some point I can get to 620 just because I run into some losses, but if it just been all the time difficult, then yes, I will stop and I'll call it a break even day. I'll call it a break even day and I'll be good. 1584. And that's how I'm trying to get my process to work for me. Like, and there's non-negotiable things. You know, for example, is if I can't get to my goal because the market or the bot is not performing as expected at the time because they do have bad days, right? Then yes, I'm gonna be okay with that, right? My non-negotiable is I'm not trading low percentage, right? Low percentage, 2871. Like a 50%, non-negotiable. I'm not trading a 50%, right? I'm not trading a 60%, 70%. No, like I will more trade at 79% or 78%. If my last trade was like a 80%, then I go to 79. Then yes, because right because the thing. But sometimes I will go into the not trading 79% either, right? So yeah, this happened. I don't like this. Whew. It's gonna be a loss. It look like it. Yeah, I kind of see it right here because it. Yep. But this kind of like give you fool you say coming back down. It just fools. Fools. So we got two back-to-back loss. Right. That's not good. So right now we need two more wins to finish this session. Right. So we got one, two loss. Right. So so we have to find that formula that works for you, right? So now my next thing is to get me to a stop loss, right? When do I draw the line, right? That's why I said at the beginning of the video, my goal is to get to the first goal is to get to 9 wins. If the 9 wins become really hard, then we'll stop there. But I want to finish in profit. So if I get my next 2 wins and I feel like I'm okay with that, then I will finish the video with 6 wins and maybe come back later and go for the other six, and I will be okay with that, right? But my next win should bring me back to what my last total would be when I finish my phase, right? And I can call that too because that will be like a break even from my last phase, right? So that will be good. That will be a good sign. So that's what I wanna go to understand. So that's your first like phase of trading when you're learning. You find a strategy that works for you, um, and then you find a process that been successful, like phase two and all that stuff. You find yourself, you're gonna make a mistake, you're gonna lose however much, you know. And then when you look at it, it's the third one wins again. For this one and the last one, the third one wins again. So if I was going to this trade right here at the top, I would be able to win. But it happens. I don't want to be in a habit to take the third trades. Um, I do take third trades sometimes. Depends on the trading amount. Right? If it's like maybe lower than this, like maybe $2, $3, I may go for the third trade. But I don't normally take the third trade. It's something that I'm not practiced to take. Right. So that's when it comes to this. But there's gonna come a point when you don't need to get no more information about trading. You gotta narrow down your strategy. You gotta narrow down the process, and then you're gonna work on those and make them work for you. And that's it. And you're gonna consistently working on everything. You're gonna consistently working on your strategy. You're gonna consistently working on the process. And that's where I'm at now. Consistently working on what makes everything better. So Utah USD. It's just an 80% trade. We're going for a buy. $31.59. $31.59. So this first I gotta bring this up to like 100. And we're going for a buy at 50. Let's see. Don't you gotta get up there. So that's where I'm at now. So my next goal is to work on a stop loss. And where do I draw the line? Because like right now we have 2 losses in a row. And this point is becoming difficult to get to 6 wins. I'm at 4 and I need 2 more to complete 6. So do I, after I get these 2 wins, do I stop, or if I get another loss, do I stop? So these are the things that I gotta figure out on my own, and I gotta see how far I can go. Right. So this is for a buy. Let's see. You break here, so you're gonna come here. Hopefully, it don't break here. And then this is the next zone here. So after this candle close, you're supposed to go for a buy. So I never have the best luck with these type of trades. I'm not gonna lie. But let's see. So I'm not gonna show you always show you all my winnings all the time. I give you all updates and say, hey, this is. I didn't make video because I actually didn't make any videos. Alright, so that's 31.59. So we got 60.29 the next one. 60. We actually need a win though. I'm not gonna lie, we do a win. So unless you're gonna come all the way down here, let's see, we do need a win. I like my entry because it's below the open. So let's see. A nice entry would be like way down here, like right here at the tip of that, but yeah, let's see. I don't like it that he's going. I like that push. Yes, I like that push. Just stay up there and we will be good for the win. But yeah. So I just need to work on my stop loss and when do I stop for and all that stuff. So yeah. But the bot do not normally get like 3 losses in a row. So sometimes it does, and sometimes I give it so much confidence, but whew, yeah. So we got a win on the first entry on that one. So now we got with the next payout it should be 10.29. So we need one more win to complete this 10.29. So right now I'm above of where I started. Right? I'm above where I started. So I started at 660, and that win bring me back to in profit. Right? So I recover all my profit that I win in the last one, and then the profit that I'm supposed to win in this one. So in this session, I'm supposed to earn $8.18. So if you look here, let me show you some settings. Where it is at? Oh, my plastic. Right here, remaining that I need to get is $8.23. So that's what profit left to make. So technically, I haven't made my money back. The money that I'm supposed to make in this session. So in this session, I'm supposed to make 818. I make back the money that I made in the last session, if that makes sense. So 823. That's what the remaining balance that I need, right? And then what make it even harder is the fact that it was at 80%. So we gotta do the math with that one. So yes. So that's my remaining balance. Normally, because there's an online thing that going, this my balance do not show. So when we are online, this doesn't show. So you can't see my balance. But my balance started at 998. My balance is currently 998.54 in the calculator. Right? It's not the same as in the on pocket option. And it started off like that, but I never change it because sometimes when the calculator update, it don't update my total, so I never change it. Right. And then sometimes the percentage differences, I don't change. So for example, if the next one come out at 92%, I'll just go for 1029 instead at 80%, and I will get the extra all that stuff. Yeah. But I'm just gonna do one more win for the video, and because I don't want the video to be long, so we're just gonna go for the next win and call it. So TND USD. So 92%, we're going for a buy. So we just need one win to close this session, this phase, and to call it a day for the video. For this video, I may go live later to do my other six, to win six, to give the live something live. But we'll see how that go. Or I just may finish the other 6 off camera. But yeah, I don't want a video to get too long. So we're going for a buy in just 1 minute and 5 seconds. We're going for a buy. We're going for a buy. But yeah, and it's just me giving you my update and showing like, hey, this is real. I gave a vague update yesterday on my video. And so today's Sunday, the 19th. Yeah. So you just need one more win to complete the session and to complete the video. And all I say, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. And just leave a comment if you got any question. If you need any info to get the calculator or the bot, just ask in the comment, and there's the link in the description. Just use promo code BEX, and yeah, just click on the link and it takes you there, and just use the promo code BEX. That's it. So we're going for a buy at 3, 2, 1 in there. Alright, so 1029, 2315, 2315. Alright, that's a good sign so far. I could have figured out it was a red candle I completed. So one more win to finish this session. I want to give you that one win before I get off the computer. Get off the thing. So, come on, push up. Push up. I'm a bit above the open. So if we get one of those close one, pretty close. That's a win, guys. That's the win, and that's a wrap for this video. I want to say thank you for watching, and I finished 6 wins on here. 6 wins. So that's 2 session complete, 2 phase complete. And all I want to say, thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, comment, share. If you got any question, ask in the description. There's a link. Make sure you use promo code so I can get credit for it. And you know, thank you for watching.